Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm Bari, Lyman, and I'm so excited to be here with you this morning. It's a beautiful day here in our forest in Homestead, Florida, and we're going to talk about an important topic, a topic that everyone asks me about. When people join this community, you guys, you put your questions, and one of the things people want to learn about is this very topic that we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to just really dive right in to what we're going to talk about. People say, one of the things that people ask about is, here's one example. I've been married twice, both times to narcissists, and I don't want to make the same mistake again. Of course, we're going to talk about narcissists. We're going to talk about the situations that you find yourself in when it comes to love and intimacy that you don't want to be in anymore. Another person said, I don't want to keep going out with the same kind of guy. Narcissist. It seems like they're everywhere. It seems like they're online, like they're offline. And what are you to do about it? Okay, so that's our topic today. How never to find yourself in a relationship with narcissists, or even how to no longer attract them. Who would like that? Would you like to learn how to never be in a situation again of attracting the wrong people? Because narcissists, we know, are a special breed of people that we don't want. So let's talk about, what is a narcissist? A narcissist is someone who they look good at first. There's a lot of charm and there's a lot of chemical attraction, and often they look good on paper, handsome. Now, this works for men and women. Women can be narcissists too, just so you know. So the people, they look good, they charm you. It seems like it's going to be amazing. How does it always turns out to be where the narcissist is someone who really, they cannot meet your needs. They don't meet your needs. It's someone who is selfish. It's someone who you want love and you want understanding and you want connection, and they're not doing it. They are all about themselves, right? A narcissist loves themselves more than they love you. But the reason they are that way is because they have certain, shall we say, they are lacking in skills and tools like empathy and compassion. And they're just, at the end of the day, they are incapable of meeting your needs. Totally incapable. And you know that. You have seen it. I have seen it. I dated narcissists. I got into relationships with narcissists. So if you're here today listening and you want to change that, the first thing I want you to do is write down how it felt. How did it feel to be with a narcissist? What were those feelings? Whether you were with someone for 3 months or a year or 5 years, or if you were married to one for 10 years, or because like I talked about last week, we tend to repeat our pattern. So if you were with a narcissist once, it's likely you were with them again, or you married another one, like the reader who said, I've been married twice, both times to narcissists. First step, write down how it felt to be with a narcissist. I know for me, it felt awful. I felt unloved. I felt unseen. I felt like there was something wrong with me, because no matter what I tried, oh, here is my true love. Hi, babes. Hey, Mike. I know that whatever I tried to do when I was with a narcissist, to fix them, to help them, to show them the way, there was no possible way it was going to work. My strategies, my people-pleasing, my rose-colored glasses, wasn't going to change or shift the problem. Why? Because two wrongs don't make a right, right? So narcissists have an attachment style that is avoidance. And people who get together with narcissists in an unconscious paradigm, meaning, oh, you just meet them. You meet them online. You meet them offline. You run into them. You know, if there were a room of 100 guys, I would have always been with one of these narcissists. Because there's a magnetism about it. There's a reason that we attract the narcissist, and that's what we want to unwind today and open your eyes and give you a new perspective so that moving forward, you're not going to attract them. So how does it feel? For me, I felt unloved, undeserving. I felt like I had to keep trying to prove myself, keep trying to show them how great I was. And the more I did it, the more it didn't work. So what happens with these attachment styles is the narcissist is avoidant. The person with the narcissist is a needy attachment style. So what do you think a needy attachment style person? Doesn't mean the person is needy. It means the attachment style is needy. So if a person has a needy attachment style, what do you think they're most afraid of? So if you guessed that a needy attachment style is most afraid of being abandoned, you'd be right. And then there's the narcissist. What are they most afraid of? What do you think an avoidant attachment style is most afraid of? They are afraid of losing their independence. They are afraid of being smothered. So, and again, this is in an unconscious paradigm. This is, we don't really know what we're doing. We're just going out there, trying to find love, doing the best we can. So when you put a needy attachment style person together with an avoidant attachment style person, what do you think happens? It's a disaster. It's a disaster because they are each feeding into each other's fears. So when the needy person is asking for commitment, love me, be with me, show me, have empathy for me, commit to me, that avoidant narcissist, they run. No, because that's their biggest fear. And then when the needy attachment style person, they turn their back, they're like, I'm not doing this anymore. What does the avoidant person do? They run back to the needy person, say, no, I'm here for you. I'll do whatever you want. Don't leave. It's going to be great. And then the needy person, needy attachment style, all their bells and whistles go off and they're like, it's going to be different this time. But is it different this time? It's never different. And that's called the dance of dysfunction when that happens. That's why I said 2 wrongs don't make a right. So what we have to know, what we have to do in order to change this paradigm is number one is go conscious. You want to go conscious because this is the dynamic. The avoidant person is not capable of giving you what you need. They're just not capable. It's like trying to get blood from a stone. So now let's take some personal responsibility here. If you're the needy attachment style and you've been with someone like that over and over again and you keep attracting them, then let's take a step back and be an observer. Let me ask you this. Who would be the common denominator of your relationship history? Who would that be if you keep attracting these wrong people that can't meet your needs? Is it out there? Should we blame the dating sites? The swipe sites? Should we blame society? Who should we blame? So instead of blame, let's shift the paradigm and say, hey, I'm the common denominator of all of the narcissists that I keep attracting. And I keep walking into these relationships. I'm doing it. So imagine if the paradigm can shift, and it can, and you say, holy moly, it's not out there, it's me. I'm doing this, I'm creating it. Because just because you're attracting narcissists over and over and over again, there's something within you that is doing that, and there's something familiar about it. So imagine you could take personal ownership of your love life, and every other area of your life, every other area, you could say, wow, it must be me. It must be me. And if it's you, how powerful is that? If there's something about you that is creating something that is disempowering, right? If it's out there, can we change other people? Can we change the world? No. But who can we shift? And notice I use the word shift and not change. So let's talk about why we attract narcissists. Why we keep doing it over and over again. So when you're with a narcissist, you feel like, for me, I felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt undeserving. I felt like so frustrated because I couldn't get what I wanted from this person, no matter how successful I became, no matter how thin I was, no matter how successful, regardless of how many personal growth seminars I took, no matter what I did, I couldn't get my needs met from this person. Why? Does it make any sense? What does it say about a person who keeps trying the same thing over and over again and things don't change and you keep repeating it, right? So there's something very familiar about, oh, why don't you love me? Why can't you help me? Why don't you give me what I need? And we keep trying and trying. So is that like a grown-up way of being? Is it? Please, please, love me, love me. I'll try all these strategies. I'll help you. I'll put you in a career. I'll teach you. I'll show you how great I am. Is that an adult way of being? No, not really. So that means there's something familiar, unconscious about being with people who can't meet your needs. Write this down. If you're with people who cannot meet your needs, and it's proven, you know it from the beginning, and you keep doing it over and over again, you're magnetizing this, and they don't meet your needs, and they don't show up for you, and they're selfish, and they're lying, and they give other people more attention than they give you. What do you think, if you have a pen and you're taking notes, what do you think you're really saying about yourself? If you find yourself always with people who can't meet your needs, what do you think you're saying? It happens again and again. It's a pattern. Love me, and they can't love you. Be here for me. Commit to me. Hold me. Honor me. Celebrate me. What does it say about a person who keeps looking for love in all the wrong places, barking up the wrong tree, however you want to phrase it? What are you really saying about yourself? If you're married to someone for 27 years who can't meet your needs, you go out with someone 6 months, a year, 2 years, they want to be friends, you want intimacy, you want a partner. What are you saying about yourself if you're there? Is there a gun to your head to have you stay in these relationships? To have you go out with someone even beyond a coffee date or 2 dates where you see they're not for you? Nope. No gun to your head. Personal ownership. And what are you saying? Ultimately, what are you saying? I know for me, I was saying, I don't deserve better. I don't deserve better. Now, on the outside, I didn't project that. No, I was successful. I was self-aware. I did therapy. I did personal growth. I meditated. I prayed. I spoke to rabbis. I ran around trying to fix it. But at the end of the day, if you're an observer of yourself and you're being objective and you're taking complete ownership of your life and your experience, there's no out there. You're not a victim. Just because you're meeting narcissists, getting into relationships with them and marrying them, even though you saw the signs, because of course there were signs. I talk to all my clients. I talk to people when I speak publicly, and I ask them about that narcissist. Was there a hint? Was there a red flag? And you know what? There always is. I know for me, there always were red flags. So do you want to spend your life saying getting better at avoiding red flags. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Because just because you meet narcissists, does that mean there aren't amazing, healthy, marriage-minded people out there on dating sites, in your community? Do they even exist? Do healthy, marriage-minded, relationship-oriented people with the capacity to love you, to hear you, to be a real partner, do they exist? What do you think? Or should we say they don't exist? Everyone's taken. There's no one worth dating out there. Of course they exist. They're everywhere. But when you have on these rose-colored glasses and you have this way of being that is so repelling, see, the narcissists on some level are familiar. Let's go back to childhood. Maybe, does it sound familiar that your parents fought a lot, or like your father couldn't love you the way you wanted, or maybe he disappeared young, or he died young, or your parents were always fighting, or your mother was narcissistic? Then you kind of got used to being this, love me, love me, love me, I'll show you, please. And then you're playing it out in all your relationships. That's the reason you're attracting narcissists. Now, we can sit here and talk conventional wisdom about narcissists, they're such assholes, they're so terrible. And we could literally do the Sex and the City thing, or we could do like Cosmo or, books about how awful these people are. We could do that. Would it fix anything? No. Does complaining about something ever solve the problem? Never, never. So I am pointing out a way that you can look at this and observe you are not a victim. I was not a victim. Again, no gun to my head. Go with this narcissist. Spend time with this one. But being with them, it was so like, ooh, it was so charged with magnetism and uncertainty and drama and insanity, where I had no stability. But you know what? That was familiar to me. That was my childhood. No stability in my childhood, no stability in those relationships. And it was like candy. I was like a love junkie. Come on, bring it on. But I was trying to fix it. I was trying, please, God, send me a normal guy. But God wasn't going to send me a normal guy until I removed the barriers within me that would allow me to have a healthy relationship, to actually invite in a healthy relationship. Because everything, my friends, is a vibration. The world, the planet is made up of a vibration. So if you're inviting in, and I'm going to say that, inviting in, attracting, allowing narcissists into your life, and you stayed, that's on you. And that's the good news. Because does the past have to equal the future? Do you have to keep doing what you're doing? No, you don't have to keep doing what you're doing. You can do something totally different. I did. My clients do it all the time. Every day we do this. Does it have to take long? No, because we're not like, the solution to a problem is not analyzing the problem for years. Let's go to therapy and analyze the problem. Talk about your parents, why mom didn't love you the way she needed to, why your parents had a shitty marriage, why your father passed away, why he abandoned you, why he couldn't hug you. Mike and I, last night, we watched the Elton John movie. It's a perfect example of this. It talks about it. You could see he tried to fill himself up with drugs. He changed his name, alcohol, drugs, fame. He said to his father when he was a little boy, "Oh, when are you going to hug me?" And the father said, "We don't hug." The mother said, if you're gay, you're never going to be loved properly. So his whole life, he never got the hugs and the love he needed. So what kind of people did he attract in? People that were like parasites, because that was familiar to him. So we have to take ownership of why we create what we create. That's the reason we're here on this planet, is to elevate ourselves. And if what you're doing isn't solving the problem, like talking endlessly in therapy about it, it doesn't solve the problem. Is it great? Someone listens and they validate you. One client said to her therapist, well, after 2 years, well, when are we going to create the future? And the therapist said, oh, we're not going to do that. I don't know how to do that. It's not their skill set. So if you want to solve this problem, you need to take complete ownership. Like, hit bottom. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. You got to say, I am not doing it, and I am responsible for repelling the healthy love that's out there because I can't see it because of these glasses and these walls up and these barriers and this fear of abandonment. So because I have fear of abandonment, I have a low vibration, very low vibration. It's not your fault. There's no shame in it. But if you're vibrating low, fear, doubt, survival, settling, complaining, anger, those are low vibration energies. It's there. It's a blind spot. It's emotional. So if that's your emotional vibration, you can't talk yourself out of it. It is there. And if it's there, no matter how beautiful or handsome you are, how much money you have in the bank, how successful, you're attracting what you don't want. You're attracting the familiar, your childhood, the vibration of fear, of anger, of disappointment. That's where the narcissists are in your life. You're attracting them. And you'll never get your needs met from those people. So what needs to happen? You got to change your vibration. Now, you can't change your vibration by, I am lovable. Oh, I am lovable. You can't do it by meditating and sitting and doing yoga or energy healing. That doesn't change it. I know it didn't for me, and it didn't for my clients. Writing letters and journals and doing all these. Why doesn't it work? Because it's not a plan. And then tell me, do it now, like, I'm lovable, and you vibrate on I'm lovable, and you come out of it and you feel so great out of a meditation. You're in a retreat, feels so good. What happens though? You walk out of there and you're like, ugh, maybe I'm too fat. Ugh, maybe I'm not good enough. Oh, maybe I'm this. Maybe I should move. There are no men where I live. And you make a million excuses. Oh, when I get a better job. Oh, when this. And inside you still have that feeling like you're not enough. Like you're not, like it's not right. Like you need to fix something so deep within you. But the truth is, you really just need a plan. You need a plan to change that lens. I know it's very hard to do alone. I couldn't do it alone. My clients who are therapists can't do it alone because we need a mirror. We need someone who's going to shake us up and take us on the entire journey, because you cannot fix this by getting a makeover or hiring a matchmaker. A matchmaker can't help you because you still have this vibration. You still have this blind spot, this blockage that is still within you, and it's living, and you can't wish it away. It needs to be handled. It needs to be elevated. It needs to be transcended so that you can think clearly, so that you can stop repelling love and stop dragging around all that baggage from your childhood, from the broken engagement, from the disappointment from your marriage. Because if we just talk about how shitty he was and how shitty she was and how he took advantage of me, okay, that happened. But who was there? Who stayed there? You did. Who felt like they deserved it? Or you have your reasons that you didn't leave. There's no blame. But that was in the past. That was in the past. So we want to create a new future. So you want to change your vibration. You want to stop repelling healthy love and invite in amazing, healthy love. But if you only know narcissists and you've only your whole life you felt abused or misunderstood, you couldn't get love from your parents, and then you went into a long relationship, so you don't even know it. You've never had it. So if it's something you've never had, and I know I didn't, it's unfamiliar. And what do we have to do when something is unfamiliar? What needs to happen? If you don't know how to do it, let's say you've never done lunges or you've never spoken Japanese. Can you just read a quick book? Go to one session at the gym and expect to do lunges or do handstands or fly or speak Japanese? No. You must get outside of the familiar and leave your comfort zone. Leave what you know and venture into a domain that you don't know, that's totally unfamiliar. And for most of you, that is scary, right? That is fear-inducing. And if you're in fear of something, then what do? You cling to the familiar. Oh, let me just keep that bad friend or stay with that shitty relationship, or it's not so bad. Let me stay in that job that's not satisfying to me. Let me just wait another year to get some help. I'm in a program and I'm not going to do it fully because she wants me to do this or that, and that's scary. At the ends of your comfort zone, if you want love, if you want intimacy, if you want a dream life that you live on your terms, where you wake up with someone that holds you, that understands you, that's a real partner, that wants what you want, that has integrity, that is a dream, that is someone to look into their eyes and know that no matter what, no matter how shitty you are, how shitty you feel, or what a bad week or day you've had, that person is going to comfort you and love you. If you want that, I'm sorry, my friends, then you've got to leave your comfort zone without excuses. Totally. And I'm telling you, I live that life today after being a relationship disaster, staying in relationships that were terrible for me, terrible with narcissists, and I would put it off. Oh, another year. I'm too afraid to be. No, he needs me. I'll teach him. I was not living an authentic life. I was not. I was living in fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of seeing myself. Really feeling like there was something wrong with me, and that kept me there. So think about this for a minute. What are you afraid of? What if you were to change your entire life and your mindset, living out of your comfort zone, being your word? Because if you say, I have a dream of having a real partner for life, that is going to take being out of your fear, out of your bullshit, out of your excuses, out of your, oh, I need to lose 5 pounds, then I'll find him. Oh, I need to move. Oh, I need to get a better job. Oh, my kids need to be older. These are all excuses. And I hear these excuses all the time. All the time. Oh, in 6 months. Oh, in a year. Now is not the right time. And then what happens? You just get older. You get older and you get to enjoy all your excuses. Live in the past. Keep manifesting the same thing and then trying to talk to all your friends about how shitty the swipe sites are, what low quality people are out there. Oh, it's so low quality. Guys, men and women who are watching, you are attracting low quality because no one is low quality. It's just that they're the kind of people that can't meet your emotional needs and they are familiar. No one's low quality. Every human being is on their own journey of transformation, of life. They're not low quality. They're just not a match for you. So what needs to happen is you got to get real about it. Write this down. I'm committed. Well, if you are, write this down. Or no, am I committed to finding the person of my dreams and living out the rest of my life in a conscious, growing, healthy relationship with a real partner? That's the question. Are you? It's totally in your hands. If you want that, I promise you can have it. But that person, that man or woman, is exists on the other side of your fear. Because that fear is like a little kid. I'm scared. I don't want to get hurt again. I'm not going to try because if I try, I might get hurt. I'm making fun, but that's really the dynamic that we need to shake, that needs to change. You can't just keep talking, analyzing the past, going to meditation retreats and meditating. It's not a step-by-step, solution-oriented, goal-oriented. You wouldn't do anything in your life the way you run your love life, with like this, blindfolds, wasting time, blaming. So that's my message to you. Take personal ownership. You are the reason you attract narcissists, because on some emotional level, that is what you feel you deserve. And you're too afraid to leave. And you're too afraid because of that fear, that comfort of being with this person, that low vibration energy, and it's everywhere. If that's your vibration, people say to me, how can... Okay, it looks like I was able to get back. Sorry guys, I don't know what that was. But here's the thing. You can shift it. You can leave your comfort zone behind you. You can make a choice to live a conscious life with a partner and get out of yourself and get out of your comfort zone and create something new. And then you can be like, I just got this from one of my clients that you'll get to know. You've probably seen her video. Her name is Rebecca Lang, and she's about to get married in 2 weeks. And she is pregnant, and she's in the final 2 weeks of the wedding plans. And because of the program that we did, we do a program called the Clear Path to True Healthy Love. And she left her comfort zone, and she shifted her own energy because she dated narcissists. And she said this to me: things are great. The wedding is in 2 weeks. And by the way, not only did she find her true love, but she shifted her job, her career. She realized she was in a career where the men in her company, she's an attorney, were like a reflection also of her fears. They didn't treat her well. And now she's become a judge in Hamburg, Germany. Like when you change and you leave your comfort zone. And she said, it shows up again and again how amazing Tim is for me. He's supportive and loving. And when I get scared that I forget to do something for the wedding, he hugs me and he puts me back to sleep, and our little baby is healthy and growing. I feel the little kicks inside my belly, which is so incredibly cute. I'm already in love with the baby. Tim and I also went on our pre-honeymoon, which is so nice. I'm so in love with this man. That's what life can be like. And she shared a picture of them, I don't know where they were, in Europe, with a beautiful background. You can have what you want. I'm living my dream life. Meet my clients, live their dream lives, because they leave their comfort zone and they create that transformation. And it's a beautiful thing. So if you want to, I want you to commit to yourself that I am finding true love this year. It's almost the holidays. This is September. You could be with your true love by then. And the steps to being there is to be in a new mindset for yourself. And we're going to start a 7-day mini projects in this group to help you to get into the mindset to make those shifts that need to happen. Because who wants it? Do you want to be in a new mindset? Do you want to be with your true love instead of complaining about it and wasting time with narcissists? If you want it, write that down. I'm committed to leaving my comfort zone and meeting my true love, and get future focused and have a real plan and develop the skills necessary to find your true love, your beloved, because he or she is waiting for you. I promise you, I guarantee it. But you have to leave your comfort zone. You have to get committed. You have to stop making excuses. You have to recognize that the fear is within you, and fear isn't real. Say to yourself, is what I'm doing, avoiding, putting it off, talking about it in therapy, is that getting me there? And if the answer is no, then let's change it. Let's change it together. So the first step to changing it, if you want to see what those steps are, is watch the 5 shifts training, the 5 shifts to finally discover how to find true healthy love. And you can find that training at meettomarry.com/real love. Real love. And once you watch that, that'll take you to the calendar to set up a strategy session. And in that strategy session, we can get clear about what you really want to have happen and what is truly getting in your way. And what's getting in your way, hint, hint, is you. And you'll see that very clearly. But knowing that isn't enough. Now we have to do what it takes to get there in a short time that is future focused. And that's my invitation to you. Okay, guys, so think about it. I am committed to love. I'm committed to healthy love. I'm the problem. And that's the good news, right? Because we can't change the world, but we could certainly remove the barriers to love within you. Because narcissists are just a reflection of you, of your fears. And they have their own journey, right? They're just closed off. So they have to do their own work to get unclosed and stop avoiding, right? Stop doing the dance. And when they open themselves up at the right time in their journey, then they will attract the right person, right? Doesn't it make sense, right? So 2 wrongs don't make a right. So let's make this right for you. So that's it for me, guys. This is every Sunday we do a training like this to shake you up, to help you, principled information, no band-aids. You notice there's no quick fixes here, right? It's about how you think. It's about how you see things. It's about taking the right steps. It's about mindset. It's about getting real. That's what we're doing here. If you want superficial quick fixes, I'm not for you, because we really solve the problem. We break generational patterns that have been around for how many generations? Remember this. It doesn't matter what your past has been. It doesn't matter what you didn't learn, what you didn't have, how bad your relationship history was, how frustrating. You can totally have the life you want, the dream love you want, without settling, without waiting, without compromising, and without moving. That's a biggie. So think about that today. Take this energy out there with you today and write down, I'm committed to love, and watch the training. Watch the 5 shifts training. meettomarry.com/true love, because I'm here cheering for you. Everyone in our community, our team is cheering for you. We are the school of healthy love and intimacy, and that is what you deserve. But only you can say yes to it. Only you can. So have a wonderful day or evening, depending where you are in the world. And I'll see you next week. And tell your friends. Bye, guys.